Dear students, today we will discuss about conditional sentences. A conditional sentence has an if clause and a main clause. The if clause is also known as conditional clause and it usually comes first, but it can also come after the main clause. As an example is given, if the weather is fine, they will play the match. In this sentence, if the weather is fine is if clause and they will play the match is main clause. The same sentence also can be written by using main clause first, as it is given they will play the match if the weather is fine. But you must always remember one thing, that a comma is normally used after the clause when if clause comes first. But if you are using main clause first, then there is no need to use single comma. There are three types of conditional clauses. First one, open conditional clauses. Second one, hypothetical conditional clauses. Third one, conditional clauses with unfulfilled conditions. But today we will discuss only the type 1, that is open conditional clauses. In a clause of this type, there is no indication whether the condition is likely to be fulfilled or not. As the example is given, if you call him, he will come to you. In this sentence, it is an open choice. Perhaps you will call him, or perhaps you will not call him. It is an open future condition. In this sentence, the verb in the conditional clause call is in present tense and the verb in the main clause will come is in future tense. In this way, from both the examples, first one, if the weather is fine, they will play the match. Second example, if you call him, he will come to you. From both the examples, it is clear that open conditional sentences have the following pattern. According to the given pattern, the conditional clause always starts with either if or unless or in case or even if. And after that you need to write your subject, then verb in simple present. It may be is, are, am, first form of verb including s or es according to your subject. Then ow means other words. After that, single comma. Then after, you need to write subject of main clause. After that, you need to write your modal verbs: can, will, shall, may, might, must, need not, ought to, should be able to. Any one of these verbs, whichever is required according to your subject. Then after, main verb. And after that, OW. OW means other words. While framing the sentences according to open conditional clause, I mean type 1, you must always keep few points in your mind. Point 1. When you talk about a common occurrence, use the simple present tense or the present continuous tense in the conditional clause and also in the main clause. As in first example there is given, if a man smiles at me, I feel happy. In this sentence, both the clauses, if clause and main clause, have the verb of simple present tense. In if clause, the verb smiles is given, and in main clause, the verb feel is given. In second example, if a tap is leaking, it needs a new washer. If a tap is leaking is the if clause, and here the verb is leaking is given, which belongs to present continuous tense. The second point which you need to remember, you can also use will in an if clause when you make a request. It means when you are requesting to any person, requesting for anything, you need to use when if clause also. As the example is given, if you will just wait a moment, I'll fetch you the file. And in this sentence, if you will just wait a moment is if clause, and here the verb will has been used. The third point which you need to remember, you can use modal verbs can, should in the main clause also according to sentence and condition. First example is given, if you need an umbrella, I can get you one. In this sentence, I can get you one is the main clause, and here the verb can has been used. Second example, if you are going for a picnic, you should take your purse. In this sentence, you should take your purse is the main clause, and here the verb should has been used. So the children, while framing the sentences according to type 1, you must keep these points in your mind, and secondly, you should follow all the rules and the structure which I have already given to you.